So I am going to work on another page in my art journal, and I actually started playing around with it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yes. And what I did was I wanted a journal card, and I didn't feel like going and printing one out on the computer. So I decided to make one using some Tim Holtz dies I have. I just thought this was really cute. This was a piece of scrap paper I had, edged the corners, you know, cut the little corners off, added my 10. This I just made myself kind of wonky. 10 plus 31 equals Halloween. Made it fit. This is something, so I found a channel she's a big channel. I've never heard of her before, but I think because I'm messing with journals and watching journals, she's coming up as a recommendation. She's fantastic. It's Crafty by Toni, T-O-N-I, and she's really funny. She makes some fantastic stuff. She made this, something similar to this, and it's like I stuck a tag in here, but the premise is you put it, like I have a pocket on this so it wouldn't work, but it works in the pocket. You put it either on top of your page or on the side of your page. You have a tab, but you also have a pocket, okay? Like, what a cool idea is that? And this is just Dina Wakley ledger paper. I ripped the page out, but like I just stuck it in here so I wouldn't forget about it. But how pretty is that? It's a little too high, but she always does a piece of washi tape. She does like some little, this is just Tim Holtz stuff. I mean, it's so easy to make vintage stuff with Tim Holtz products, but you got to have, you know, a ton of products. I haven't glued him down yet. I like Tim Holtz stuff, but I like white in the background. I don't like so much cream. I was disappointed with the Dina Wakley that it was so like cream, because even Dylusions is not that dark. See, it's dark, but it was a vintage ledger, and I should have considered that, and I might get on a kick where I want to do vintage. But just showing that, need to get him somewhere in here. Was I going to put him there? I don't know. I do know one thing. Halloween is creeping up on us fast, and we are running out of time. Okay, so this was one of my watercolor coffins that I made, and I thought, oh, that would be cool there, because it kind of pulls in here. This is wax paper. So in one of her videos, she had stamped wax paper that she had put alcohol ink on. I do not have any stays on ink. I'm assuming that's what she used. She didn't address it. She pulled it out, she stuck it down, she moved on to the next thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to try that. So I turned off the TV, ran to my craft room, and put alcohol ink on wax paper, and I put it on here. What is this paper called? Parchment? So your cookies don't stick? Is that parchment paper? I think it's parchment. So the alcohol ink, the stamp, nothing really wanted to stick to the parchment paper. And then I sprayed it in coffee, and the coffee kind of soaked in. So this is the wax paper, and things kind of stick to the wax paper. The ink from the stamps didn't stick too well. But then I figured out if I Mod Podge, it's not going anywhere. Now this took a long time. Like, this was experiment after experiment after experiment. This cool tag took a long time. This would be cool if it was taller, but this took forever. This is black ink. This was an orange, kind of like it had like opalescent shine to it, ink. And then I just stamped with Versamark with this, but then you have VersaFine. But then I had to Mod Podge over it because it was moving. I rubbed my finger across it and it's moving. Okay, let's see. Is stuff moving? Okay. No, stuff is not moving. This is dry. stuff's not moving. I actually did this too. Now this is the orange leaked in with the black. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm doing that. And I saw her with the paper, and then she was like, I'm going to stick this on something. I was like, I got to try it. And then when I came back to the video, she made a pocket with it. So now look at that. If this coffin was bigger, that would be cool. So I thought I'd put this here. Thought I'd put this here. I could put pictures, journal, whatever. Have it as just a reminder. I don't know if I'm sticking with this ribbon, but I wanted ribbon in it to hang out and just be cute. All right. So now I have to figure out what to do here, and I want to border this with bats. Okay, so I have this really old die, and it's cool. These bats are cool. Bats and crossbones garland. This is weird. It's weird. I don't really remember how to use it, but we're going to try. So I got out all my like gel plate things. This might go the best. I'm trying to think of what to run the bats. This is kind of too brown. And then this is black gesso. So do I like the solid black? I think I'm going to try it with like the splotchy black and see what I come up with. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Bat to bat right there. Yeah, that's really, really cute. I'm wondering what's the best way to glue this. Oh, and look how cool my paper's turning out underneath from doing the alcohol inks and stuff. So cool. All right, so I'm gonna just get some glue on this and put it down. Okay, I've just kind of glued this to the best of my ability. And so these bats are like wonky. So I gotta get them how they're supposed to be. But because the paper's so thin, I can kind of manipulate it however I want it. And going on the paint gives you an extra minute or so before it dries. It takes it a minute for the glue to bond with the paint. Okay, so I'll go around the whole paper. You guys don't have to watch all that. Let's see. These are cute little bats. Let's see if I want the whole thing. That is cool, huh? Well, I thought it would raise this up a little bit and take up some space. Yeah, so I'll do that and be back. Okay, I have got these glued down. Look at the bottom. In the screen, yeah, it looks like they're dancing, doesn't it? They're very jovial little bats. I am a fan. And now I have extra little bats around. I might have to stick that on there. I love that. I'm so glad that I saw that idea in a digital and thought, well, I could do that. I could just do that on my, personal computer, and didn't do it and didn't do it and didn't do it. And it seemed like every time I wanted to do it, like my husband was on the computer paying bills or doing work or whatever he was doing. I don't know. Do I put this on there? It would be cute in the corner. I want to get one that's like fully intact. I'm trying to be fast, and then I try to be fast for you guys, and then something like this slows me down, but we know how it goes. You get sidetracked, right? It's easy to get sidetracked. Don't want to snip part of him off. That's pretty cute. And if anybody ever wants me to do like a gel plate, I just never have done one because there are so many videos out there and so many people do it. But if I ever make something and you guys are like, oh my gosh, how did she do it? Just let me know and I'll do it. Because I have to move this stand into a different room. But, oh, that gives it such personality. Now, do I go crazy and put that all over everything? And I'm supposed to be being fast. And I'm not being fast. Let's see. You know what? There's certain bats that it looks like you can extend the wings better on. Okay. I don't know that you could tell. Like, I can tell right there. I don't like that. It would be cute to have one right there. But then we're supposed to do it in 3s. It just looks so good when you do it in 3s. This is thin paper. I think this is like, it's like a kind of gray children's drawing paper. But I will put anything on a gel plate. When you start messing with a gel plate, oh, look at this. See, this came off of a gel plate that I did. Isn't that just stunning? This is a print of it. I saved this. There's a few pieces I have saved. And I was looking at this. I think I like the coffin better. She's so pretty. Will I ever stick her on anything? She took me forever to make. Now, I wonder if another one should go up here. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I'll trim this. That is being very particular, isn't it? I know. I know, but it would drive me crazy. Yeah, I'll be sad, but then kind of a little happy because I've seen so many Christmas things in the store. And oh my gosh, I found the most amazing at TJ Maxx Home Goods, the most amazing Italian notebook journals. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Okay, that brought that to life. Okay, so then we'll do this. I have somewhere a tag with a vampire. So I'm going to see if I can't find that tag, and I may get lucky and it might fit in there. Okay, so I have found him. He's too big for this, but he's fabulous in here. Why is he so good? He fits so lovely. Maybe I should stick him in there. Okay, so if he was not this raised, I would say yes. But that's going to make that really thick. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to maybe make him and stick him on here. Okay, so I found my die. I found him really quick, and then I went down a rabbit hole over this vampire. That's all he is a Thinlit vampire. I feel like you can get this on eBay. I don't know. Yeah, he's really cool. I'm probably gonna do him. I might do his collar blue, either pink or blue. So we're gonna do that, but then we're gonna work on these. And so I'm digging, like, oh, I need labels. Where are my label dies? And you know, you have one in your head. And I thought, what am I talking about? This is just paper. So the measurements on this, I never have this in the right direction. Okay. So these are, I'm gonna write it down. 2.5 by probably 1.5. 1 3/8. I mean, who measures like that? 1 3/8. Okay. So we've got that. And then I was like, oh, do I want to do them bigger? Do I want to do them smaller? Those just look cool anywhere. They look cool. Like, oh, I should do one for here. Oh, that would look really cool. And then have it in like this color. Okay. So here's what I meant rabbit hole. So I wanted to get the numbers out. Countdown. That's those. You probably wouldn't need them that big. You probably wouldn't be doing giant. Okay, so here's all I've got. Spellbinders. This would be cool. That would be cool. And the typeset would be cool. I think this is a little too big. And then these are tricky because these like you put on and it punches out. I don't like individually. They're real skinny. But I do like this bag. Okay, so we've got plenty of letters to work with. And if all else fails, I can print stuff out. That's pretty cool. So I'll come back with a little created. Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, that's pretty close. But I gotta think of, when I think wicked, I think of a witch. And I think that's why I don't use these things that often, because whatever I'm doing, I'm very particular when I make stuff. So what would I mean, I might just do vampire. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something a vampire would say. Okay, but so far, and I'm just going to leave that there. Where is I have my little coffin paper clip. He has run off somewhere. Never to be found again, I'm sure. But you know what? I have a paper clip right here. And I'm just going to stick that there so I remember I want to put one there. All right, so I'll be back hopefully this afternoon. All right, so I just laid this down like that. Look how good that looks. So we're going to put a spider web. Am I ever going to go do what I need to do today? Let's see. Oh, my little boo-boo hurts. Let's see which way this would. I want that, but I don't want to get on here, so I'm going to need to lay down a piece of paper. And you know what? I did some coffee stained paper the other day. Let's get some of that. That looks kind of Halloween cuckoo, doesn't it? And I'm going to pinch this down. I don't even remember buying these cute little things. They're so tiny and cute. Where did they come from? Yeah, it is. It's insane, the amount of stuff when you really think about it. And then it's overwhelming, the amount of stuff that's available. Okay, I kind of am thinking that. That should go under the coffin. I'm glad I'm using that coffin. Okay, that turned out good enough. And then, yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Well, I'm glad I laid that there. And I need to remember I have those little cutie pins. And then I've been cleaning off my stamp like this. Where's a good spot? I don't want to stamp my table. See if anything even comes off. Oh, wow, a ton came off. These kind of papers, I was thinking if anything cool happened to this, I would do a masterboard with this. And this thing is turning out amazing. Yeah, it's turning out amazing. I hope you guys are able to break away and have some time to work on your Halloween, just creations, just having fun. Because it's just, I mean, it's good for your mental health. It just seriously is good for your mental health. I'm convinced if more people had hobbies, there'd be much less crime. Because it's something you look forward to doing. It's something you go to work to, like, I gotta go work for craft supplies. I remember when I got into oil painting, I was just like, oh my gosh, my job is so important. I need to get to work so I can buy some oil paints. Well, how fun is that? Let's see if we can get any more out of it. Amazing. Oh, this is going to be a cool masterboard. And then, I may not use it till next year, but I'll have it. Perfect. Wow. Well, I am thrilled with that. I think I'm going to take this up and set it aside. And that turned out cool. And then I've got this just waiting in the wings to do whatever. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I have put together another vampire. I'm going to place him on my watercolor coffin. And then I have cut some papers and I have done some letters because I didn't think Wicked went right. So I'm going to do Bitten. That seems very vampire-y, right? So we will just glue this. These are about the same size. I need to round the edges, and then, I mean, I think they're going to be exact. Oh, look at that 1031 right there. And I have some stamps with some numbers. I can come up with something in the corner, or just like a mini bat or something. Let me get as close to the edge as I can. And like, I know that a lot of people mass make things. I don't do that because my colors, I think because I don't use the same colors all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I need to start working on that. That could make my life easier. But, you know, I don't know. I think we do whatever we have fun doing. Oh, I love that. How that blue came off the plate, the gel plate. And then let's do the 1/4 inch. And I know some people would be like, ugh, I don't want to make these individually. I don't ever use these. And I want to use them, but I think I would use them if the words were how I wanted them. Okay, so let me spell out Bitten. Why don't we go at it from that angle? I could do Bite. Let's see how Bite looks. Okay, well, since this fits perfectly, we are going to use it and I'll glue it down, back it, and come back. Okay, so I've got this little card. Let's see how much bigger I've got. Oh, mine's quite bigger. It's pretty cool though. I'm gonna keep it like that. Okay, I got really lucky on those corners. And then I grabbed this out because there's a 1, a 0, and then a 3. I mean, I could take it or leave it. It makes no difference to me on that. Yeah, that's cute. That's really cute. You know, I had some little bats left over because you just can't stop. You just can't stop when you're doing it. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Oh, I like that. I think that looks cool. I'm happy with that. Put my little bats back away. And love that. Love all the inspiration from the cards. Okay, so now we're going to put him down. I'm trying to think how I want him. I think I want him a little lower. Be like that. Yeah. And I made him a little different. So I made his, that would be a cool tag. I made his gray a little lighter, and then I gave him red for his little drop instead of pink. But I love the pink background on this one. Now I'm excited to start a holiday journal. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I was looking at, let's see, scrapbook.com had some kind of lunchtime special or something they were doing. And they were saying vintage. And I thought, well, what do I like? Do I like retro or do I like vintage? And I think, because I was like, ooh, I kind of want to get that. It's a good deal. I kind of want to get that. I just think I like it all. I don't think I can decide. I just think I like it all. And I guess that is okay. I'd kind of like to be someone who every time you came to my channel, you knew what you were going to get. But I like everything. And maybe eventually, the more and more I create, the more like I'll kind of settle into my style. Very cool. I like that. Very cool. Well, let's try this glue. I need to make some room on this desk. And this comes out faster than the other one. But it does dry shiny. But it is good. See, that's nice it comes out like that. I should do a price comparison. Like per ounce. See which one of these is the better price. Oh my gosh, I love this. We're going to sit a block on him. And since he's got teeny tiny parts, I'm going to use this one. I don't want him touching the other bats. this is thick. That is thick. But it should work. Oh my gosh, I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. And if anybody wants me to show how I made this and, you know, this alcohol ink wax paper, yeah. So I mean it is cool. It was just incredibly time consuming. I was surprised by that, but it is cool. It did turn out cool. So I think that is it. I think that's what I've made. Just gonna see if I need, do I need another bat? Okay, I ran off 2 more bats, and this one's Bat Crazy by Sizzix. I love this little guy, and I never use him. I like these. I like this shape, I guess, the best. All right. Okay. I think I'm done. I think officially done. I am thrilled with that. How fun. How fun are these cards? And yeah, I need to make some more of these. That's really cool. Where's the original? So you guys can tell. If you would like, since this is so big, my card wound up being bigger. I mean, it's cute. It's really cute. But there's just, I don't know, it's raised up, it's decorated, it's stamped. I don't know, I really like that. But, I mean, these are cool. I don't know which one. You know what? I think I like them both. Okay, so you guys will have to tell me which you like better. Do you like the Tim Holtz or do you like the handmade one? They're both, I think they both have their place. So I don't know how many more pages we will get in. What is today? Today's around, I don't know, the 16th maybe? So we've got the cover. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pages done. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So I'll just save it for next year. Oh, and you know what? Something that I wanted to show you that I worked on a couple of days ago was I created I did fall watercolors, and then I did some stamps, and I just did some swatching, some gesso, another stamp, and I alternated 2 different Tim Holtz bat stamps that I have, and actually edged it in Rusty Hinge instead of black for a change. And it can really go anywhere. It can go, look good with that one. I'll put it right here. Put it right here in the first one. So, so cool. Oh, I like how it's kind of poking up a little bit with orange. Okay, so that is where we are at. And I'll just keep trucking along for the month of October, see where I get, see where I land, and thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll try to create something cool on these next 2 pages. Thanks for watching.